Crypto's dead. The blockchain is completely dead. The cycle is over. It's a left-leaning cycle. It is done and dusted. We're not going to make any money. And this is it. This is the end. Pack your bags and leave the market. If you are new to crypto, you could be forgiven for thinking that this game is just a, it's just a losing streak. There are no winners and there's nothing you can do about it. But I'm going to tell you, I'm going to show you, and I'm going to talk to you about why you have to be completely of the opposite mindset. Now, most of the people that are complaining are the people that have been here for a very long time. I mean, some new people are complaining, but majority of the people that are putting out the crazy headlines are, big channels like Crypto Banter and the likes. Everybody's saying crypto's done, but it's not. And I want to talk about why this is an opportunity. Crypto is a game that changes on an hourly basis. If you went into the bubbles and you saw this today, you could be forgiven for thinking everything is sweet and everything is positive. But look out for the day, the week, and the month, and you start to actually see opportunities as opposed to seeing the market being completely done and dusted, and the meme coins are going to take over and everything else is dead. So what I would say is zoom out and at least put together a list of desired cryptocurrencies that have performed well, and we're going to talk about this today. And guys, by the way, Grass airdrop is going to be live and kicking, so there is obviously a massive launch on Grass. There is also, for those of us in our community who've been farming the Kai network airdrop, this is going to be one of the largest layer 2 launches of this year. You might want to consider checking that out as well and logging into your Koala wallet. But yeah, this is an unbelievable. GPUs are reshaping the 21st century, and much like the smartphones did through CPU utility, the focus of GPUs. So this is a gigantic launch. There's still no set date, but I don't see the mainnet being that far away from now. And this is a proof of useful work cryptocurrency, and it's actually one of the fastest. So ultra fast transaction through 50,000 TPS, incredibly low fees. And of course, this comes with the massive GPU capabilities as well. It's a layer 1. It's a proof of work. Its GPU has GPU capabilities of immense proportions. So check out Kai Network, guys. You're still super early to it. But guys, look, let's continue. So if we look at some of the research out there, and I've been doing quite a few of these, and we want to look at things that will explode immensely, right, as a layer 1, because layer 1s are going to be extremely important no matter where you look at it. So I'm going to talk about a few of these undervalued ecosystems that I think could be on your radar. And if we look through this article, so Ton, if we start with the Ton network or the open network or Ton coin, Ton's basically got stacks and stacks of dApps built on it, whether they're meme coins, whether they're DeFi protocols like StoneFi. Ton's going to do really well. So it's probably wise to look at stuff like Stone Finance on Ton blockchain and use the app to start dealing with some of the opportunities in terms of the less crowded meme coins that have been exploding really well. ICP ecosystem, I'm not really too big into ICP, but I would pay close attention to Say. Right now, the market cap of Say is 1.3 billion, so it's relatively small. Kaspa is 2.5 times bigger than Say. Having said that, because of the lack of understanding of inflation and a few other things, people don't actually still see the opportunities in the Say ecosystem. Now, the opportunities will be, we don't really want to talk about NFTs, but definitely gaming and DeFi built on Say. And right now, they've got about $30 million worth of funds raised within the ecosystem that focuses on various different protocols within the Say ecosystem. The one that I'm absolutely watching with all eyes and ears is the Sui layer one ecosystem. Now, Sui has a TVL of 557 million, so 557 million, and Sui market cap is 1.5 billion. Now, if you think of Solana, if you think of a Sui killer, the Sui killer is Solana. And I think a lot of people will miss out on Sui because some of the protocols on Sui, even if you don't buy the layer one. By the way, guys, this idea that the market cap because of inflation cannot go absolutely parabolic is not so true for some of these big layer ones. The likes of Solana and Cardano are proof of that, having unlocks and at the same time doing extremely well. So you could benefit from that. But Sui is still relatively small market cap. I never thought I'd see a day where Sui is almost like twice as small as than Kaspa, but that is the case. Sui is a fantastic opportunity right now for a Solana killer, and I think there are DeFi applications on there like Cetus, like Turbo's Finance, which is the DEX, like Sui Pad, which is the launch pad, and tons of memes that will be on the Sui ecosystem, and it's incredibly fast. And the Sui wallet, it's very easy to use now. So Sui also has this whole entire DEX with the or the launch pad with where they implement a safeguard investors by offering zero commission for Sui projects. Now, some of these Sui projects are pretty huge in my opinion. I think the entire blockchain is something you've got to, if you want to make money in crypto, you definitely have to look at stuff like Cetus protocol. There's definitely good amount of projects that you can take advantage of, and I kid you not, Sui is one to watch in this cycle, just purely because of the fact that the market cap for what they're trying to achieve is huge. So Aptos is similar. I do like Sui more than Aptos. Aptos is a little bit bigger in terms of the market cap and has a slightly less TVL locked in, but Sui, Aptos, both of them use, like, for example, Cetus. And then if we continue to look at this, I wouldn't be too interested in Cosmos. Cosmos is like a stable coin. The other one that I'm looking at is the smaller layer ones and their ecosystems. So I'm looking at Carver. I think Carver is pretty important to have a look. Carver right now has a market cap of 704 million, which had a depreciation of 30% for the last 12 months. Having said that, it's just something to keep your eyes on because the recent Carver 14 upgrade introduced capabilities of minting USDT directly on Cosmos. So the bullish thing about Carver stands out as it's a unique layer one blockchain that combines Cosmos SDK's scalability with EVM compatibility. So that is incredibly bullish, and they've got 110 active dApps, and it's a small layer one. So some of you are looking for the next layer one that could take off, and I think some of these smaller layer ones are worth watching. Another one that we talked about, and I think I did buy a small amount of Zetas when it came out, and this has definitely underperformed, is the Zeta chain, which is basically interoperable and truly like an omni-chain layer one. So layer ones are pretty interesting because of the activities that go on there, but they've got 20 active dApps at the moment, and they obviously they have strategic partnerships with the likes of Chainlink and the Sandbox. Now, could these guys do something in 2025? Potentially. I mean, at the moment, the platform is recorded more than 6.3 million cross-chain transactions and supported the deployment of 200 dApps. So it is growing. Zeta Chain saw significant progress, including strategic partnerships with Anchor Protocol, and obviously the other partnerships including Byte City, Altiverse, which aims to introduce cross-chain functionality in social entertainment, gaming. So look, layer ones versus layer twos, guys. So the reason I'm telling you this is there are also other layer ones like Devi, which are tiny. There are some layer one proof of work cryptocurrencies as well. But the reason I'm actually telling you this is because there's space for layer one will eventually take off, and when it does that, you want to have one or two projects And there's something I'm working on behalf of the community now, which is ranking the layer ones into tier 1, tier 2 and tier 3, and then making sure that everybody gets a little bit of, depending on their budget, you could actually bet on a cheaper layer 2 so you can maximize on your profit. But if you look at this, so ongoing development of layer 1 and layer 2 solution reflects the dynamic nature of the blockchain, while layer 2 solutions address the scalability, speed of layer 1s. So now what's starting to happen is some of the layer 1s are starting to build layer 2 features into them, into their setup, which is quite important. Now, and I will bring you a layer 2 similar video of what layer 2s to watch. I mean, for me, it's very simple. If Base release a token, it would be the largest airdrop farming in the world. And right now I'm actually farming. Let's have a look if anybody wants to farm this. So if you go to farm.base, I'll leave the link in the description for you. But you should be doing this. Create a free wallet here. So far, it's interacted with it. I've done a automatic volume of $4,900 on Base, and you could see here this is all done for me automatically, right? So if you want to farm Base, it's important that you get the airdrop for this layer 2. But look, it's been reacting with USDC on Base. It's reacting with bread. It's buying and selling on my behalf. It's doing transactions every 10 days. So far, 85 days I've been farming this, and I've done 40 transactions. And if you go for the paid version, you can actually get a significant increase in that. So definitely, I will share my free link of Farmbase in the description. I'd appreciate if you use that link to sign up, because as long as you put a small amount of Ethereum on Base, you can start farming on the Base ecosystem automated. Now, what is my conclusion, guys? My conclusion is there are plenty of things coming into the market. You've got Kai Network. I want to talk about Aether a little bit and why I'm actually warming to the idea of things like Aether, Ionet, and the likes, because I think sometimes we are supremely blinded by the market cap. You know, it allows us to look at a project and doesn't actually take into consideration many other things in terms of what we can do here. But the market cap right now is 260 million. This will go into multiple billions of dollars, and I think the quality will outshine. I haven't entered yet, guys. So I haven't entered yet because what I'm looking to do is wait for a bit more news over here, because I think Kai Network can also be significant in that GPU type of setup. What other projects do we have? I mean, you don't have to enter new projects, but I think the likes of, for example, Peak, this is another supremely interesting project, right? And then you've got tons and tons of smaller projects. You know, you've got the likes of you know, you've got tiny projects in AI, you've got tiny projects in Deepin, you've got the likes of Atlas Navi. You've got so many smaller things there. But what I would say is concentrate on the key bag, right? Number one, the prices are dropping significantly. I can show you here. I've been buying small amounts of bits and pieces over here, just DCAing into a few cryptocurrencies that I'm in no doubt will do well. The likes of Corpo, ZF, Alephium, or aitech and Ondo. All of these cryptocurrencies I'm purchasing right now with a simple view of making sure that I can have all those bags closed and look forward to the rest of the bull market. Now, why am I so bullish in the face of market drawdowns? Because I'm not counting my eggs, so to speak. You know, I'm here for a grander purpose, and my grand purpose here is the total 3 right now is at 578 billion. I'd expect this to be over 5 trillion, sorry. 5 trillion by itself, right? So that's actually bigger than the entire last bull cycle altogether put together. If you look at here, we were around, let's go to the weekly here. We topped out. All cryptocurrencies, excluding Ethereum and Bitcoin, were a total of 1.1 trillion. I'm expecting this to at least 5x, right? So from that point, I'm expecting that to be at least 5 to 6 trillion just for altcoins, right? Potentially, I mean, that could be too ambitious. I mean, even 4 trillion would be incredible. Absolutely incredible. So when it comes to having the ability and opportunity to ensure that you've got good gains, there's plenty ahead, guys. Calm the hell down. DCA Bitcoin right now is at a point, like, you know, again, we're ranging. We could, if we lose certain levels, I think, it could be curtains. We could go down slightly more, but just deploy fresh capital into the market. If you can, sell any rubbish you've got in the house, because you've only got one chance to actually make it. So if you're being flooded out right now, then there could be a huge problem. But I've always had that line drawn, and we could be heading somewhere to about $62,000. Not $62,000, sorry. We could be going towards this lower $60,000 for sure. And if we hit that, then of course, altcoins will bleed even more. But it is a good buying opportunities. Get some stables on the side, whatever you want to do. But zoom out, guys. We will have the biggest bull market there's ever been. All right. So yeah, just look forward to that. DCA, all your crypto, anything you're down 30, 40, 50%, do not worry about it. You will be absolutely looking at thousands of percentage gains when the alt season eventually comes, guys. It happens every time. It's just so annoying. Like, you've got to repeat it every day. So anyway, I've been your host, DXP Crypto. Like the video, share, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.